Right, let's shift our focus and take you back to Soweto, where angry residents continue protesting, threatening to shut down Maponya Mall. It seems as though community members are now briefing the media. Let's listen in.
Gentlemen, I think we are here. Ne? Remember, an e-hailing driver is a human being. No matter what. An e-hailing driver is a human being. So whether or what they are saying in terms of rejam, we are not taking anybody else's bread. Ne? Are tell mutu mereko when you are here or when we operate, we take only one client. One client doesn't mean or a client also has a choice. For e-hailing, Bolt or InDrive or Uber as well as a taxi. We respect taxi industry, but we also need to be respected as well. Yes. Ne? A life of a Uber driver or of an e-hailing driver, it's most vulnerable driver or person in the world. One, we are attacked by taxi drivers or taxi industry. We are mistreated by the same clients that we are picking up. We are mistreated by the same e-hailing companies that we are working for. So we sometimes fight among ourselves as drivers. We know that. We also under attack ka di hijackings, ka di ho tshwaruwa poo. So we are the most targeted industry in South Africa. But we are remaining, we are brothers and sisters. Hegelemo, ke papa somebody.
Yes.
Ke ngwana somebody. Ke abuta somebody.
Thank you.
Ke chomia somebody. So irrespective of whether I'm a South African or I'm not a South African, if I'm registered as a foreigner, for example, if it's properly registered, remember, capitalism is 100 years ahead of us. They will divide us so that they can be able to conquer us. So we also have problems they are not sorted out. South Africa as a government has opened up for these app companies to operate. They allowed them to operate.
So we should be protected.
So without even registering us in a proper manner. No, say call talk, member.
So for sure, it's open for everyone. When we are here, I don't know into a Wanda, or Maven, or Refill, or anyone else. But we stay in the same community. Whether I get Hagel Mamelodi, whether I get Hagel Soweto, or whether I get Hagel or KZN. Ne? I'm feeding somebody. Somebody relies on Nahoberega to make that money. So let's correct this. A government must take responsibility.
They must do the first thing. Government must register us and regulate Bolt industry, because e-hailing drivers or e-hailing companies, they are not regulated in this country. So we can do everything, guys. Like whatever that will do, we can strike, we can sing the whole day. But if the government is not taking responsibility of their own actions, we are doing nothing. They must regulate this Bolt industry. They must regulate e-hailing as a whole, so that we can operate within the rules and regulation within the borders of this country. There's nothing that these people are helping us with. Kisho Bolt Uber the corruption under a back door, so that things can be this way. The taxi industry will never respect us, not even a single day, if we are not operating within the laws of this country. So government must take action. They must regulate e-hailing. Lady prices, that's a lady price. It's a transport. Amanta,
let me add something, my brother. We're very grateful for this opportunity that has occurred today. We're saying we're tired of taxi drivers. We're tired of the taxi industry violating our mothers and fathers. They are bringing their taxis, which are jalopisi koroko. Our grandmothers are suffering of talama plastic, and they are forced to go to Bangene, Guma taxi, Angeko, and right. So we are very fortunate for this opportunity. A revolution has started. It has been happening for the longest time, and the voice of the people must be heard as from today. We're saying the MMC and the MMC of the public transport, they must come and intervene in this situation. We're going to stay here for as long as we want until we get a solution. We're saying the mall is not going to operate until the demands of of the people, they are being met. The Uber drivers, they are people, they are feeding families, and they've got the right to operate a business like in South Africa. Thank you so much.
And remember, guys, the problem is not only with the mall. The problem is also with the taxi association within Soweto.
Yes.
So we must not only attack the mall only, we must also address the issue here, the association.
Yes.
Because these people, they've been pulling us for a very long time.
Yes.
The very same challenges that you are facing here, we are facing them at Bosman in Pretoria. So enough is enough. It ends today. Our brothers are getting killed.
They've called us Bafana Badi Upa, Bashimanyana Badi Upa. Those guys are the boys as well, man. Those guys are the boys. We are not scared of them. I can tell this in front of them. We are not scared of them. They have blood, we have blood. If they can shoot, we can also shoot. Guys, we cannot tolerate this nonsense. We stop. Hey, if taxi drivers can come to attack us, we are ready to attack them. We are sick and tired of being called by Shimadi Upa. Remove We are not scared of anything. Yes. We as Pretoria, we are here for the blood. We are not here for negotiations. Amanda!
Right, these are e-hailing drivers from Pretoria who've also come to support. In fact, let's bring in one of the female e-hailers as well. All right, a female driver.
Yes, I just want to say this. I am also a female e-hailing driver, and I'm very unhappy with what happened because I am a single mom who supports 3 kids alone. I don't have a job, I don't have anything, and I know how to drive. I don't have a car. I have to think, well, let me go and hire a car and do something so that I can put a bread on the table for my kids. And then somebody come and kill me on the street just because I'm trying to do something. I'm not committing any crime. I'm not going and misusing myself out there as a woman, but I'm working hard so that I can take care of my children and take them to schools. And you sitting there, you are being offended by what I'm doing. You think the solution is to kill us. And my neighbor is also the owner of a taxi. He's also supporting his kids in the next door. I'm also supporting my kid. But why should I be killed? Because I'm driving and e-hailing. You are a taxi owner. No, please, guys, stop killing us. That brother that you are killing is also having kids, is also having family. You are killing him. Why are you not thinking of his kids, his children? It's not fair. Please stop killing us. We are not committing any crime. We are just trying to make a living because there are no jobs in our countries. So you are expecting us to do what? We are all trying to do something. Please, thank you. Wherever you are, please stop killing us, please.
Amanda! All right, these are the sentiments that are being shared by e-hailing drivers who have arrived from Pretoria here to show solidarity with the e-hailing driver that was killed here at Maponya Mall here in Pretoria. They arrived in their numbers, as you can see, from several parts of the country. They're basically down tools in solidarity with their fellow e-hailing driver who has been killed. While all of this is taking place, the meeting with the MEC and other stakeholders, we understand the e-hailing industry as well as the taxi associations, as well as the mall management, the Maponya Mall management, they are still locked in a meeting inside here, and they've indicated, that as soon as they're done with that address inside, they're likely to come and address the community. But the community says if that does not happen, they will continue with their protest action and ensure that this mall here at Maponya does not operate for the next 7 days. They've all gathered here, indicating that they're not going to allow, they're calling on government to ensure that what has taken place, the violence that we continue to see, is stopped. We know that there are a number of instances where we saw this kind of violence unfold. And these e-hailing drivers that you're seeing here in front of us now are from Pretoria. They've come to join their colleagues here in Johannesburg in solidarity. They're saying that this time enough is enough. They're hoping that whatever solutions may come from that meeting inside with the MEC, they're hoping that it's going to be a lasting solution and that we'll no longer see these instances of violence that have been taking place. The e-hailing drivers saying that all they're trying to do is to simply work. All they're trying to do is to put food on the table. They're not offending anyone, but they say they've constantly come under attack. I mean, this is not the first time that SABC News, or in fact any broadcaster in this country, has reported on the incidents of violence that have taken place that have led to loss of life. So at this particular stage, I'm just going to move towards this direction to see exactly what is taking place here. I'm not sure if there's anything towards that direction, but what these e-hailing drivers are hoping for is for a voice, and not just for a voice, but also for their concerns to be addressed, and permanently this time, while that meeting, of course, still continues inside the Maponya Mall, where a number of stakeholders have come together and are hoping that there would be a lasting solution out of this. As we indicated, Melita? All right, it seems like we're heading towards the media briefing at the moment. Where is that media briefing going to take place, Melita? All right, I'm going to ask our team to stay with us, and I'm hoping, all right, I think if we can just set up here, let me just continue. All right, the MEC is approaching. So I think this is where this is going to take place. And we're just moving towards that area at the moment. If you could stay with us here on the channel, we're expecting that meeting to get underway any minute now. Apologies if we're a little bit unstable at this particular time, because we do understand that the feedback meeting of what is to happen next is going to be taking place. So we're going to move towards where we are at the moment, and I think we're still live on those visuals at the moment. And we'll ask my colleague Kwazi Manzi just to move towards this particular area. And it seems, all right, I think, all right, we do have the MEC who is moving towards us at this particular moment. And we'll just give that a second. The MEC is moving towards our direction at the moment, and we'll get to hear what the solution has been, or what lasting solution there will be pertaining. We're just waiting. I do understand that the community is also hoping that they will also be addressed. I must apologize a little bit earlier on as well for some of the expletives that were used, unfortunately, during this live environment. And we're expecting any moment now for the MEC to address us on what the latest will be. So this while the community waits for that address to take place.
Now, Griselda, quickly, just for clarity for those who've just joined us, you say that the stakeholders are still locked in a meeting. Of course, the MEC is there. Do we know if the taxi association themselves are part of that meeting beyond having the mall's management?
The e-hailers together with the taxi drivers. I'm going to ask our team in the studio to stay with us as the community is standing right there. They are hoping that the MEC will move towards their direction. They want answers. They say they feel unsafe in this area. There are old people who rely on these services in order to get to their homes, and the older people who are able to use these e-hailing services to put their goods on, and they're dropped at their homes. But there's been this ongoing tension, you would recall. For several years now, a number of cars have been torched in this area. They've been torched. And this is due to the ongoing violence and taxi drivers, we understand, not wanting the e-hailing services to operate in this area. So we're trying to see at this particular stage, as soon as the MEC arrives here. We had been waiting for that meeting, had been running for several hours now, and a number of stakeholders had been in that meeting, hoping to find a solution. We do understand as well, we're not quite clear on whether there is some solution, but if a solution is not found, what this community you're seeing right here in front of us has indicated is that they are committed to ensuring that this protest action does continue. And in fact, what they did say was that it's going to continue for the next 7 days if the MEC does not come and address them here. I can see there's a bit of commotion here behind me where the community, some of them are wanting the MEC to go right to where they are to address them. But the MEC is standing just behind our camera at this particular stage. And there are some marshals, community marshals, I guess some of the leaders, who are trying to form a barrier right behind me just to ensure that the community itself does not come too close to where we are. But this community is not going to be happy if the MEC does not address them. They don't want the MEC to address the media or speak to the cameras without speaking to them also. So I do see there is a bit of a discussion with some police officers there and some of the community leaders on what is going to happen next. Some of them, of course, in fact, what I see is most of them indicating that they should stand back there just ahead of this address. We're likely to hear from all the other stakeholders as well, the taxi associations, the e-hailing services, as well as the mall management. Accusations have been leveled against the mall management, allegations of their alleged involvement in the taxi industry. Hence, they have blocked e-hailing. Those are just some of the allegations and some of the questions that we'll also put to the mall management. So we're hoping that that address is going to happen any moment now. I do see behind our cameras that there does seem to be an address that is taking place, or a briefing that is taking place with the MEC, and any moment now there is an expectation that she will make her way to us here and give us an update on what the latest is. Will this violence come to an end? How many more people have to die? And what measures will be put in place that will be consistent to ensure that in areas like this and other areas as well, we've heard the e-hailing drivers indicate that this is not the only problematic area. There are areas in Pretoria that we understand are also facing similar challenges. The Southgate Mall, which is also not too far from here. The community behind me singing Asina Valo, which means basically they'll continue, in layman's terms, they're going to continue with their action. They're not going to let up until there is a permanent solution that is sought to this. Amongst those that were visibly upset by the meeting taking place behind closed doors was the families. The families seemed to feel that they were excluded from the meeting itself, that perhaps the MEC should have addressed them first or included them in the discussions that were taking place there together with those other stakeholders. But that certainly did not happen. When we spoke to them a little bit earlier on, they even indicated, why the MEC should not have gone to the various media houses and addressed, I guess, the nation via those mediums instead of going behind closed doors, instead of going into a boardroom and gathering these different stakeholders in trying to find a solution where the community itself feels they bear the brunt of the violence that is taking place here. They say they do not feel safe. You'd recall that the Maponya Mall has been closed off since this morning. There's been absolutely no operations taking place here. And some of the workers are saying they stand behind that because in the evening, when they have to use the e-hailing services to return to their respective homes, it's very dangerous for them. They feel that they would come under attack, allegedly by taxi drivers, when they're trying to go home. So we're still trying to, at this particular stage, wait and see how much longer we are going to wait for the MEC at this time. I'll just try to get out of shot and see if my colleague Kwazi Manzi cannot just zoom in just a little bit to the community there. And I see that there might be some announcement that is going to be made. There's a police officer, or I think in fact that will be handed over to the MEC, likely, who is going to address from where we are at this point, and we'll hear what the latest is in terms of finding a solution. All right, the MEC is coming through. The MEC is coming through at the moment.